Hello, my good people of the land, my subscribers, lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, the ones who love and support what I'm doing. May the Almighty God bless each and every one of us. Today is the 3rd day of November in the year 2022. The year is gradually running closer. Do not forget that I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk from my own Daily Talks corner, where truth is the business of the day, where we spit out undiluted truths to those who care to listen and who care to know what Nigerian is into or what is happening in the Biafra land. So let us move straight into the business of the day. As the culture always be, we take the headlines, then we come back to the main ones that affect us that we need to learn things from, because my broadcast is just like a lesson for those who want to learn or for those who want to also be part of this program that is going on. Good morning, Nigeria, good morning, Africa, and good morning to Biafra land in general. Welcome to the Nigerian News Roundup of top newspapers headlines in Nigeria for today, Thursday, 3rd November. In the year 2022. Let's go straight into the news of the day. We have on our hands here Osibanjo presides over Federal Executive Council meeting in Buhari's absence. Who gave you the power to conduct it, Aunty? Aunty Osibanjo. That is what they're supposed to be calling you, because you are Aunty. Imagine your boss is going out and they charge him to transfer power to you as he will be away for 2 weeks for medical checkup or whatever they call it. He refused. That means he didn't trust you. So at the end of the day, you end up being the Aunty, which people are insinuating. APC primary, Amechi Osibanjo others can express disappointment, says by Moka. CBN's planned Naira redesign political plot to sway voters. Obaseki. People must always have something to complain about. Tinubu Shetima making irresponsible respectful statements, said by Waziri Atiku Abubakar. EFCC speaks on arrest of Blue the Change operators in Abuja and also Kano. Adamu, PDP files fresh suit against APC. Let people continue in your confusion until the vote is over. 2023, Nigerians want to elect a ghost president. Atiku replies to Tinubu. While I know they finish. Problem keep on coming out one after the other, day in, day out. A ghost president, no wala. Auditor General's report indicted Lagos ministries, departments, and the agencies to be probed. Tinubu's running mate, Shetima, suffering from amnesia, said by PDP members. Why Buhari government must arrest, prosecute Miyetti Allah? Benue government is the one saying this. EFCC arrests 87 forest dealers in Abuja and Lagos. So, my dear people, here are the headlines. So we are going straight into the business of the day. Osibanjo, Aunty Osibanjo presides over Federal Executive Council meeting in Buhari's absence. Aunty Osibanjo, are you sure you are going to go get away with this thing you are doing? Because when your boss is back, it's going to be a tit for tat. The Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Aunty Yemi Osibanjo, on Wednesday presided over the weekly Federal Executive Council meeting in Abuja. Okute News gathers, and I quote, Osibanjo took charge of the meeting as President Muhammadu Buhari is currently away on a medical trip to London. He has gone to his hometown. That is the problem we are having in Nigeria. We have a president who can't even build a common hospital that will sustain him for the time being. Who can't even develop the ones we have here that will take over his medical trip or whatever it is being called. That is the kind of president we have in Nigeria, who rules from another man's country, all in the name of going for medical checkup. What happens if all those money you are spending fueling the private jet, airspace where you park your space, where you park your private jet is a very huge amount of money. The hospital he is going is a very huge amount of money. Everything you are going to do there, both the ones who follow you go, all of them must be lodged in a hotel. And this is Nigerian economy we are talking about. For the past 7 years, if you began a very nice hospital to build in Nigeria, I mean, let's call it a presidential hospital, you build it inside Aso Villa. I think by now it would have been ready with everything, every equipment you can think of. If you have a special doctor, fly that special doctor back home. Let him come to Nigeria and be taking care of you. Instead of every small thing, weekly, week in, week out, you're going on a medical trip or medical checkup to another man's country while you have your own country. You see, that is why I keep saying this, and I still repeat myself, that UK will never see peace. They know about all these things. Why can't your people advise all those ones running helter-skelter there for medical checkup to do their country well, where they come from? You will not, because you people never want the country to be good. You want to keep on swindling the country until the country go down to the pit. That is when you people will know that, oh, this country needs to be revived. Imagine. Okay, look at this one that they call it with a mother, but with a more that have been hung in UK correctional center for how many months now. I think that case itself, that man now is a forgotten issue. Nobody talks about him again because Nigeria is so easily they can easily be distracted. Once something happens, the next minute that thing has become a past tense, and then another thing will also happen. So how can you tell me that some 8 man, or what do they call him, in the country that have been in the Senate for over 16 to 18 years, in his own constituency, he cannot boast of even a general hospital that you can get a paracetamol, which is chalk, in his own locality. He wants to do kidney transplant for his daughter. No any hospital in Nigeria can do it because they never do the country well. They never provide all these things that will make the country to be well. Rather, they keep flying from one place to the another. Okay, see where he have gotten himself. He's now in UK prison, cooling off. 8 man in Nigeria is now a beggar in UK. I wish they will all arresting all this. Never do where politicians will have here that always jump in flight to be going there for one thing or the other. Arrest them and put them inside behind bars. Let's see if this country will be better. They cannot do it now because they keep signing deals upon deals that will making the UK to be draining our oil. Who knows how many barrels of oil or how many millions of barrels of crude oil they are draining in a day? Because they know the important. We don't know the important. Imagine Nigeria getting into recession when we have gas. How many European countries now needed gas because of the crisis in Ukraine and Russia? That is something that we have on a platter of gold in Nigeria that we can use it to supply, even to supply the whole world. But instead of them to make the country well, they will keep on thieving it, laundering the money. Yeah? Imagine somebody, a senatorial candidate of NNPP. He has not yet become a Senate or House of Assembly candidate. He was arrested with 326 million Nigerian currency, whereby poor masses are out there suffering. Whereby the ones who are hungry is far better than those who can barely eat 3 square meals in a day. In a country whereby an average family lives below $1. What is $1? That is a country where a candidate, tell me what will happen when he enters that senatorial seat. 326 million naira in cash, and also 610,000, 450,000 US dollars in cash. Where is all this money from? And where are they going to? What are they being used for? Somebody must be accounted for this, because somebody is behind this. But the issue there now, he will claim the owner of the money, or he will claim to be the boss. You don't want to mention the people at the top because this is horrendous. This is unbelievable. In a country where the economy is dying on a daily basis, people are starting money in sacks, people are burying money on the ground. I mean, doing all sorts of things that is killing the economy on a daily basis. The no circulation of the naira, rather they are changing all the whole money into dollars and be laundering it outside the country to go and save in their numerous bank accounts. The meeting, which is a hybrid edition, held at the council chambers of the presidential villa with some members in physical attendance while others joined online. Some of the Federal Executive Council members that attended physically were the Secretary to the Government of a Federation, Boz Mustafa, and the Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari. Others are the Ministers of Industries, Trade and Investments, Niyi Adebayo, Interior, Ralph Arigbosola, Sports and Youth Development, Sunday Dare, Science and Technology, Adeleke Mamora. Also the Ministers of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mahmood Abubakar, Works and Housing, Ababatunde Fashola, Minister of State for Health, Ekumankama Joseph Nkama, and the Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, Mariam Katagum, attended physically. Federal Executive Council honors Amechi. The council held a minute silence in honor of the late Minister of Aviation, Chief Mbazulike Amechi. After the SGF, Mustafa officially notified the members of the public, members of the death of the elders statesman. As previously reported by Okute News, Amechi died on Monday at the age of 92. You have tried, elder statesman. You have done well, and you have spent the most part of your life serving the nation. A fearless man and also a selfless man who works tirelessly to make sure that aviation industry in Nigeria is one of those you can count on in Africa at large. It's really sad we lost you, but everything have a season. This is your own season to go. A time to live and a time to die. A time to sow and also time to reap. A time to come to this world and a time to go. It is your own time. You have taken your own share of it because death is inevitable. Death is what we all owe the mother nature. So go in peace. The selfless man who served the nation wisely and use what you have to make sure that the nation is never disappointed. May your soul rest in the perfect peace of the Lord. Tinubu, Shetima making irresponsible, disrespectful statements. Atiku Abubakar quoted. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, has described the presidential candidate and vice presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress, APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Senator Kashim Shetima as anti-business. In a statement by the media head of the PDP presidential candidate, Paul Ibe, Atiku asked Tinubu and Shetima to apologize to job creators for mocking entrepreneurship. It is with utter dismay that we listen to the presidential candidate of the APC, Bola Tinubu, and his running mate talk condescendingly about other presidential candidates at a gathering that they invited members of the private sector to on Tuesday, the statement read. Atiku said the remarks from the candidates of the APC during a meeting with the Nigerian business community in Lagos on Tuesday show gross irresponsibility and disrespect. Well, what do you expect from two morons who don't even have a qualified school certificate? This one now, the general public have been calling for his arrest for perjury and the certificate forgery. Nobody want to listen. instead of the Inspector General of Police to act or swing into action, he made them to understand that they have to dismiss the case because the case don't have any evidence, whereby the evidence is obvious and quite clear that this man called Tinubu have nothing to offer to Nigerians. They called you on a meeting where you will go, on a business meeting where you will go and tell the people, look at how it's being handled, look at what we are going to do if elected in 2023. We are going to make sure that every business sector in Nigeria, both small scale business and high business, will have all it takes to boost their business and also get the required support from the government. Instead, they go there and begin to what do they call it? They go there and begin to throw tantrums, calling other presidential aspirants, making jest of people who call them. Is that what they are being called to do? That's to show the high level of arrogance from this so-called APC. You are campaigning. Look at your manifesto. Your manifesto is totally against what this regime have done in the last 7.5 years. Yet it is the same party. So how are you going to campaign? You are campaigning based on what you did in Lagos, whereby Lagos itself is one of the worst cities you can ever, with all the whole infrastructure in Lagos. Now they have another Badagry deep sea. The project is ongoing. They are awarded contract of a second international airport. The project is ongoing. Plus other infrastructures, federal infrastructures. Still yet, Lagos is no-go area. Look at the place that are called Lekki or Victoria Island or VGC, where a plot of land they are selling in millions of dollars, not even in naira. Any single rain, you can never pass that place. It's the worst area you can ever live or think of living in this life. But they will use it to boast. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. There's a good houses, a good place to live. A good environment. But what happens to the climate condition of it when there's a downpour? And you tell me you did something in Lagos. Well, let's continue with our news. He said it is indicative that the Tinubu-Shettima administration will be anti-entrepreneurship and business. The former vice president said, one would have thought that the Jew will use the advantage of such a gathering to talk about solutions that their party, APC, has foisted on the country. Rather, they went on the ultra highway of political indecency. They don't know anything and they have nothing to offer. So why can't they throw tantrums when they are called? If you ask them question A, they will answer B. You ask them B, they will answer C. You ask them D, they will come back to A. Because they don't know anything. They don't have anything in their brains other than let's go there and squander and finish this country. Is that how this country is going to move forward? Posterity will judge each and every one of you. Any business that produces products, create jobs, and deliver dividends, especially in this era of the APC administration, when the country is bleeding, jobs is an asset and should not be mocked. Irresponsible statement, according to Atiku Waziri Abubakar. He said it is more shameful for Shettima to integrate a going business that employs a large chunk of people in the northeast region. The statement added, even Atiku's opponents have acknowledged his business resume that has seen him being engaged in businesses covering farm, animal, feed, beverages, banking, logistics, polymer, plastic, education, among others, employing thousands directly and thousands and hundreds. Thousands directly and hundreds of thousands indirectly. Shettima should apologize to Nigerian workers, especially the thousands that benefit from Atiku's business, for his irresponsible statement. Politics do not confer on anyone the license to make irresponsible statements. A gathering of the top echelons of the private sector was supposed to be an avenue for laying out serious policy choices. For Tinubu and Shettima, on the contrary, they choose to embarrass their guests, using their audience to play vile political games. For someone who self-appoints as the APC national leader, It is ridiculous that the presidential candidate of the APC failed to provide solutions to the economic woes that his party has foisted on Nigeria in the past 7.5 years. Unlike Tinubu, who sat idly by and watched his APC ruin Nigeria to the current sorry state, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has been consistent in providing solutions to the myriads of ineffective policy options and of the APC administration. Atiku, it was who first raised the alarm about the debt burden that the APC has thrown Nigeria into. It was also Atiku who has continued to call the attention of the nation to the need to diversify the economy away from heavy dependence on exploration of crude oil. Atiku again was the one who said that the quickest path to lift the majority of Nigerians out of poverty belt is for the government to give incentives to the private sector in order for them to create more jobs for Nigerians. Well, Atiku, in this aspect, or in this thing you are saying, you and your predecessor, or what did they call him, OBJ, is also one of the cause of Nigerians' current situation. So do not discount yourself. APC and PDP was in that administration for complete good 16 years and without nothing to show for, without no any single thing. I mean, look at this situation. So now this present regime of Buhari-led administration, they come to complicate the matter, which the PDP started already. So, but after complicating it, then they will tell us they will bring somebody that will mend it, which is very, very bad, because no one will believe them again, since they don't want to stand on one place. They are always chameleon. When they say E, they make D, and when they say A, they will do B. So the issue there is this: APC or PDP can never be trusted again, because they are they are the same. They are knife with the double face. You turn this side is APC, you turn this side is PDP, but I still the same one knife. So whatever it is, we need a change of government in Nigeria and in every sector of the country, so that we can see who is eligible to take us out from the dungeon that the APC governments are putting us into at the moment. Even during the COVID-19 pandemic, I think we pioneered the private donor relief funds, which opened the gateway for other Nigerians of means to follow suit in providing succor to people who were worst hit by the attendant self-isolation regulation in the management of the pandemic. Tinubu, who has been in a hibernation mode for the 7 years that his party unleashed the worst moment of economic hardship in Nigeria, has suddenly found a voice, because as it is usual with the APC, the time is here again to hoodwink the people with the sugar-coated promises. Election period by Atiku Abubakar. Ibe reminded the APC and their presidential candidate that, unlike them, the PDP and Atiku are promise keepers, adding that Atiku has not waited for when election is around the corner to expose solutions to the challenges facing the country, which is part of those who put us into that same challenges. So do not discount yourself. The Nigerian assets you sold, 2 assets you sold, will have been provided at least in every month more than 30-something to 40,000 workers for the youths, but you choose to sold it for your own selfish interest. Now you are coming back now, and even without you never even enter the seat, you start to tell us that education have to be privatized. That means when you enter now, you will sell our school system, you will sell ASU to your own people, the people you think that will manage it well. Then when along the line you have a little argument or disagreement with the people that bought the company will collapse. That is what you did during your tenure as the vice president of the Nigeria. So it will not work for you. All those your evil plans will not work. If you want to sell, go back to Dubai and sell all those your skyscrapers. Sell your university in Nigeria, private university you have. Then you can use the money to do whatever you like. Nonsense. He said Atiku's position on the pathway to economic recovery of Nigeria has remained consistent. Ditto his views about restructuring education, national inclusivity, and endangering the healthy national security. Unlike Tinubu and his APC, Nigerians know that Atiku and PDP are more believable to deliver on their manifesto. It is a shame and indeed a source of embarrassment to all supporters of APC that their national leader, who self-professes to be brilliant on the economy, prefers to be the chief priest at the APC altar, where Nigeria's economy was brought to comatose, the statement said. Okute News reports that Tinubu and Shetima had taken a swipe at Atiku during the meeting with business moguls while presenting their action plan to rescue the nation's economy. That is where we find ourselves, where you elected or where you choose morons to be your running mate and morons to also be the ones to be your presidential aspirant. So let's quickly move straight to another news we have at hand here. Why Buhari government must arrest, prosecute Miyetti Allah, Benue government speaks. The governor Samuel Ortom led Benue state government has called for the immediate arrest and persecution of the leaders and members of the Miyetti Allah group. According to the Benue state government, arresting and prosecuting members of the group will end the banditry in the country. Okute News recalls that the Fulani Socio-Cultural Association Miyetti Allah Kutal Ho had in a communique at the end of its expanded National Executive Council meeting and the state chairman meeting held on Monday in Abuja, last Governor Samuel Ortom. The group said the meeting condemned the consensual profiling of Fulani pastoral list by the beleaguered governor of Benue, Samuel Ortom, through his satanic anti-grazing law that he has been using to officially confiscate and auction millions of cattle belonging to Fulanis in Benue, Nasarawa, Benue, Nasarawa, Benue, and the Benue Taraba border communities. Reacting to the statement, the state government, in a statement by the special advisor to the governor on media and publicity, Tava Akase, said members of the group have questions to answer regarding the armed herdsmen who have taken over the country's forests. Part of the statement read, we read a statement credited to the Fulani socio-cultural group known as Miyetti Allah Kutaho, in which it accused Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom of profiling Fulanis and confiscating their cattle for auctions. This is not the first time that the group has launched a similar campaign against Governor Ortom. Miyetti Allah groups have marked the governor not only for victimization and verification, but also for elimination. They don't hide their evil intentions each time they speak about Governor Ortom. The groups have vowed never to obey the Benue State open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment law and have at various times since 2017 taken responsibility for the attacks on Benue people. Their statement that Governor Ortom has been profiling Fulani, a claim which was in collaboration with the comments of the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party PDP, Atiku Abubakar, is not only false but also mischievous. Groups such as Miyetti Allah and Fulani Nationality Movement (FUNA) have never hidden or denied their ethnicity when they issue press statements to threaten peace-loving Nigerians. In most cases, their threats come to pass if anyone is guilty of profiling the Fulanis. Miyetti Allah and the other groups fit that bill. Governor Autumn has no personal issues with Fulani. Some of his friends of many years are Fulani, and he also has some appointees of Fulani ethnicity. The governor is only against the attackers on his people by Fulani who came from neighboring countries such as Niger, Chad, Mali, among others. He owes no one apology for choosing to stand with his people in resisting those whose only agenda is to take over and occupy Benue lands. The Fulani groups consider themselves above the laws in this country. This is why they boldly issue directives, threats, and make hostile comments on sensitive national issues, believing that the federal government or anyone else can do nothing to stop them. Now they are calling for the establishment of a Ministry of Nomadic Affairs. Perhaps their next demand will be for creation of a nomadic state where only pastoralists will live. If the federal government is serious about ending banditry in this country, it should order the arrest and prosecution of leaders and members of Miyetti Allah groups. They have questions to answer regarding the armed herdsmen who have taken over the country's forests and have been attacking innocent Nigerians. It is pertinent to state once more that no amount of hatred or media attacks can force the repeal of Benue State open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment law, Autumn said. Anyone who intends to breed animals in the state must do so in compliance with the laws of the state or laws of the land. So my good people of Biafra, my good people of Nigeria, my good people of Africa, the world at large, this is where I have to sign out from this little broadcast of this morning. But I come your way again and see you remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk, where truth is the order of the day. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like my content and share it to everyone out there who cares to listen to the good news and also learn from where we are learning as well. Until I come your way again, bye for now. Okay, Messiano. Thank you, Roman name.